What is going? I hear voices. Is that me? What's going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Man Up Real Talk podcast. I am your host with the most, Mr. Mike Wiley, saying greetings and salutations to all of you, our faithful followers and listeners. Look, y'all already know we appreciate every like, share, click, and download, and whatever it is that you do to support this podcast, because you know that had it not been for you, it wouldn't be no us, and we greatly appreciate you. Now, for those of you all that's joining us for the first time, I want to say welcome and thank you. And for those that's coming back for another helping, I say welcome back, because your boys is back on the air with the Man Up Real Talk podcast, the podcast for the people. And joining me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr. Philippines, a.k.a. Mr. Classic, a.k.a. OG Triple OG, who is always and definitely in the building. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, bro?
Man, feeling good, man. Feeling good. It's another Friday, and we TGIF up in this piece. We thank God it's Friday.
Don't nothing matter with Sunday, Mike.
Man, we just thank God just to get through another week, bro, because, you know, loss of life has been crazy these past couple of weeks, man. I'm just looking at just like from my perspective, you know, I lost a cousin about a week or so ago, man, and then my boy lost his mom, and then I have another one of my guys, he just lost his dad, and it's like Death Angel. It's just making his rounds, man. It's crazy, you know. But yeah, we thank God, because you know we still here, 6 feet above, and you know, still breathing and still kicking, and I just thank God for that. And thank God that, you know, our family circles haven't been broken. And I hope that y'all family is good and everybody's in good health and in good spirits, you know, because it's a blessing. People take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? You just think you're going to always be here. But, man, everybody got an appointed time. And you better treat every minute and every day like it's your last. Give your people their flowers while they can still smell them. Man, look, I'm all for that. I'm so sick of folks coming to funerals and crying and acting like they really love the person and you ain't talked to them in 10 years. Bump you and the horse that you rode in on.
All right, relax, Mike. Relax.
No, man, I'm not relaxing on that. You know how many times you see that stuff? People ain't talked in 10 years. You ain't called, ain't text, ain't sent a letter, a Christmas card. And then somebody died, and you want to come in and be slobbing and crying all over the casket. Man, go home. Go crawl back under the rock you just came from. Honest to God. I mean, I hate that. The whole. This is why I'm telling y'all right now, and I'm going on record, and I already told Kelly, don't have me no funeral. I don't want a funeral, because I don't want y'all feeding niggas that I ain't seen in the last 10 years. I don't want a funeral. I want you all to cremate me. My only request, I have 2 requests, is that I'm cremated and y'all give me a Superman urn, because they got them. I want a Superman urn, and y'all have a get together and y'all laugh and y'all joke and tell stories and just remember me. I don't want no funeral. I don't want no fake niggas there that ain't heard from in years. I don't want no fake family members there that ain't heard from in years. Y'all have to get together the people who y'all know I knew was down with me. and y'all talk and remember me. Don't be having no funeral wasting all that money for these niggas because that's what funerals are for. And I don't know why I'm on this kick, but I'm just saying, I don't waste y'all money on that stuff. Cremate me, give me a nice Superman urn, and y'all talk about me and have a good time and remember me. That's all I want. And that's real talk. Don't y'all have no funeral? Don't you have it? Play the music y'all know I liked. Have some food that y'all know that I enjoyed. And man, just remember me the way that you remember me. Don't be having no funeral with all these fake niggas showing up. Because I will come back and haunt you. I will be in your closet talking about what you doing? You shaking your head? I'm dead serious, bro.
Hey! I didn't plan my funeral out, but really, only thing that matters to me right now is my Bears play Sunday. Yes, my beloved.
Yeah, you might as well plan a funeral now too. Woo! That was a good one.
You know what? You're gonna get away with this little slick diss when you doing my beloved. Man.
Woo! Come on. That was a good one. Y'all got to give me that one.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Y'all got to get. Who is in here? Oh, Jennifer's in here. God bless her ministry. She didn't graced us with her presence. Jackie is here. Mitzi is here. Hello, all of you darlings. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, all the peoples is here. I think we got a good show today. It's a slow news cycle, to be honest with you. It's not a whole lot going on in the world that ain't already been going on. It's we're just waiting for the next pandemic to come along.
But it's slow, y'all. That's why y'all haven't seen us. It's really slow. It's been slow.
President Biden is still old. He's still giving out billions of dollars to Ukraine to fight this war. Black people, still black people.
I'm so disappointed in that. And I remember when we had a pod and everybody just got on me in the comments.
About what?
Saying about Biden.
Look, let's just say this and get this out the air. We was bamboozled.
No, he wasn't, Mike.
Yes, we were. We were. We were bamboozled. We was hoodwinked.
No, he wasn't, Mike.
On the muck.
We wanted Trump out so bad that it was less two evils.
Yeah, you know what? We did what we always do as black people, and we voted with our emotions. That's what we did. And
Mike
we put
got in because we was tired of Trump.
We put Paul Biden up in there, and he said, "And to all of my African American people,
I won't forget y'all.
I won't forget you."
And he have forgotten us.
Hold up, I need a close up for this one. For all of my African American people, just know that I won't forget you. I won't.
He forgot us.
That was how long ago?
Yeah.
That was some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Had all of us fooled. Yeah. Y'all put your pearls. Y'all put your pearls on. And
where's she at, though? Can somebody tell me where she at?
Kamala Harris ain't even in the White House no more.
Where she at?
Kamala Harris is at home, bro.
I ain't seen her in a couple of years.
She at home. She ain't in the White House.
She came out there and did some sorority steps and quoted some Tupac lines and told the women to put on their chucks and pearls, and you ain't seen her ever since.
She at home waiting for Biden to die. That's what she is.
It's all good though. They got us though.
That's what she is, and they got us in the vote for him, and we put Paul in office. I can't be mad. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. Just I'm just. But I said it. I said it wasn't nothing going to change for us. I said that back a couple of years ago when everybody got you shouldn't. No, that's the way it go for us.
Yeah,
nothing ever happens for us. They're not.
Jennifer says she's touring colleges. Okay, that's what they telling you.
Colleges. Yeah, colleges doing what, Jennifer? No damn college.
What you say, Phil?
Somewhere chilling, man.
She
touring no doggone colleges, man.
She touring colleges. What's she doing at the colleges? Can anybody tell me what she doing at the colleges? I ain't seen her speak at one college.
Teaching them how to do sorority steps.
Not one.
Not just being real, man. I mean, it's just we have to realize, man, until there's an overhaul in DC, That's
Look,
the
man.
until we get some fresh blood, new minds up there in DC.
It ain't gonna happen.
Change for us as black people.
It ain't gonna happen.
The same people that's been making the laws have been making the laws for the past 40 and 50 years.
Mitch McConnell,
old Southern white men. So
Mitch McConnell basically had a stroke on camera.
This man is freezing up every time you see him.
He was like, they asked him a question. He was like,
hey, Mitch.
They was like, Mitch. He was like,
okay. This man is freezing up every time you see him.
I was like, what's really going on? Tony Briscoe, what's happening, fam? I see Sister Sibby in the chat. What's going on? Oh, they said it on the news that she was touring colleges. I guess.
Whatever.
I guess. So look, man. Like I said, it wasn't a whole lot. There ain't been a whole lot happening.
It's been slow. So we going.
We just on
a lot of stuff.
But celebrities has been taking like some man. They've been getting beat down in the news recently. I want to talk about one in particular, two in particular. There's this young lady by the name of Oprah Winfrey. I don't know if y'all ever heard of her, but she used to have a talk show some years ago, and I remember black folks used to love her and bought every book she recommended, every item she recommended. Some of y'all right now got some Bath and Body Works that look like it came in a milk bottle simply because she said, "Hey, buy this. This is one of my favorite products."
Hey, don't disrespect Bath and Body Works though, Mike.
Y'all, but no, I like Bath and Body Works. I'm just saying. Look, she buy these towels because I buy them. Word.
She got that power.
You bought the towels. Y'all remember Oprah? I know y'all do. She was giving out cars one year. You get a car.
You get a car.
You get one. You in the back in the green shirt. That's right. You got a car. Hey, you that spent your last dollar to get here and pay for this, you get a car too. What she neglected to tell y'all is that you get to pay the taxes on that car. You get to pay the taxes on that car.
Yeah.
You get to pay the taxes on that car. Y'all remember her, right? Y'all remember Oprah? Color Purple. Oprah.
Tony say who she?
Y'all don't remember Oprah? I know y'all remember her.
I remember old young Harpo Studios.
I'm gonna kill Harpo dead.
Remember Harpo Studio, Jackie down the street from the warehouse?
Yeah.
Across street from the rooftop restaurant.
See, Regina, remember? Oprah's favorite things. And whatever she got up there and said, I like.
Oprah Book Club.
Oh, y'all went out there and bought it. Oprah's Book Club. Half of y'all ain't even read. As soon as she said, go buy this book, y'all went to go buy the book.
But Mike, you want to know what was crazy? Back in the days, man, me and Carl done with guys from, and some females, we used to go to like Jerry Springer show, the Jenny Jones show, because they give out free tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I knew somebody that tried to go to Oprah's show. They make you fill out an application and everything.
Niggas filling out applications to get to Oprah. You knew it was serious. It was serious.
Man, I went to Jenny Jones, Jerry Springer, all that stuff. The tickets was free.
Hold on, who was Sophia?
Remember, Color Purple.
Oh. I'm actually waiting for this new Color Purple to come out. But I digress. Y'all remember Oprah? She was responsible for Gayle King, Dr. Phil.
And what's the other guy? Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz.
Rachel Ray. What's her name? The white lady that
Rachel Ray, the cook.
Yeah, she come from Oprah tree.
I kind of like Rachel Ray. Tony said, remember she crushed dude that lied. Was that a million little pieces or something he wrote? She embarrassed that dude. Look, y'all remember Stedman? He lived in the beach house.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all remember Oprah.
No,
you was on Oprah a long time ago. What was the topic? Do you remember? Please tell me it was something good. But we remember Oprah.
Mississippi, going on talk shows. They used to be like in the late 90s, early 2000s.
That was a big thing.
That was a little cool thing to do, was go to Jenny Jones,
Jerry Springer, and what's the Sally? What's the chick with the glasses? Sally
Jesse Raphael.
Sally Jesse Raphael. Yeah, Oprah was running things. And now she done dipped off the scene and she got her own channel worth $2.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Oprah Winfrey. And now her and The Rock, God bless his soul, is in the news because they asking for money. Now, I know you all are familiar with with the Maui thing. And if you don't know, there are parts of Maui.
I break it down to them.
There are parts of Maui. I don't even know if it's, but basically, Maui basically burned to the ground because of brush fires. I mean, literally, it is like just ash and rubble. And the people of Maui were basically displaced because of this fire. And so there have been efforts to to raise money for those families and stuff like that. And lo and behold, good God Almighty, Oprah and The Rock came out as being the saviors of Maui. And they started, now get this, they started a $10 million fund for the relief of the people in Maui. I'm going to let that number sink in. That's right. Suck it up. $10 million.
Y'all hear what he's saying, right?
Between Oprah and The Rock, they donated $10 million and said they would keep it going as long as they could, and then got on TV and started asking for your help. Now, last time I checked, niggas is at the gas station making life-altering decisions. They was trying to figure out if they're going to put 10 on number 6 or try to get groceries from the stove. You got people pulling up like, can I make it home? Is it really on E? Perhaps if I pull over a little bit, that meter might go up just enough for me to get back to the crib. It's to the point where you can go to the store and spend $150 and you may come up out of there with about 15, 20 items.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're getting.
Yeah.
You better not be trying to feed a family of 4. And you better not have kids with a healthy appetite. It's over. Mm-hmm. But they're asking you to donate money to the people of Maui. Now, I have no problem with helping when I can. I've donated to things before. Absolutely. And I believe if you can help others, you should. But I have a problem when you are standing before me worth $2.5 billion.
Come on.
And you and someone else combined.
Who got a couple hundred million.
You got a couple of $100 million someplace too. And you and this person combined gave $10 million, and you have the unmitigated gall to say, I need y'all help? Why? Let me tell you a little bit about Oprah and Maui. Oprah got history with Maui.
Mm-hmm.
Oprah has she owns 1,000 acres of land in Maui.
Yes, sir.
That she bought for pennies on the dollar in a shiesty real estate deal.
Yep.
A lot of y'all don't know that. 1,000 acres of land in Maui. She has a I think it's like a 10-room or a 20-room home that she built on that 1,000 acres in Maui. Now, you got the money. You can spend your money on whatever it is that you want. You earned it. God bless you. But do you think that she helped to kind of assist some of those families that were displaced at that time and said, hey, I got this land and I got this place where some of the families can perhaps, until we can get them placed, they can stay there. Nah, she ain't do that.
No, she ain't.
You know what she did do? She hired extra security to make sure that nobody came on her property during that time. That's what she did. Some of you all may not know this, but during the time that Maui was burning, Oprah hired a private firefighting company.
Tell me that again, Mike.
She hired a private firefighter. She hired private firefighters. She contracted private firefighters to protect her property. 1,000 acres that she bought for pennies on the dollar in Maui. Oprah. Harpo Productions. The black savior of the 80s and 90s.
2.5.
$2.5 billion. And her and The Rock put up $10 million and said, hey, we need y'all to donate. This is the problem that I have. Well, I shouldn't say, yes, I do have a problem with it. It irks me that we poor people, and maybe I shouldn't say poor because I don't like speaking that, but those of us that ain't in the 1%, how we put our money and our resources and our loyalty behind these people, and they get famous and they get paid millions of dollars, and you very rarely see them invest that money back into the people that invested in them. And I am of a strong mind where I say you invest in those that invest in you. If somebody put me on, then I'm gonna make sure, or if I put somebody on or try to help somebody or help a person get somewhere, I at least expect, and I know you can't help everybody, but my goodness, $2.5 billion? And all you and The Rock could do was 10 million. I know you know people with money. And I think somebody mentioned that earlier in the comments. You mean to tell me that all of your millionaire friends, y'all couldn't come up with more than $10 million? Now that's just for Maui. First of all, I'm pissed off at the fact that it's Maui. I ain't got nothing against people in Maui. I don't. They were displaced, and it was a tragic thing that happened. But I was always taught to take care of home first. You from Chicago. And maybe I'm just not up on these things. If you all know some things that I don't, tell me. But what has Oprah done for Chicago? I hear a lot of y'all beat Jordan down. Y'all buying his shoes, making him a billionaire. He ain't did nothing for Chicago. What has Oprah done for Chicago? Let's talk about that. Just one thing. Did she open a school? Nope. I know where she did open a school, though. Africa. She opened a school in Africa. And the last time I checked, Chicago public school system is trash. How much did she give to help the Chicago public school system? Anybody got a number? And again, I don't know. So if somebody knows, please tell me. Because the last time I checked, it wasn't nothing. But these are the monsters that we helped create, people. We did that because we value entertainment more than we do our educators. We value entertainment more than we do those that protect us. We value entertainment more than those that help to heal and make us better. Think about that. How much do teachers make? And every day we send our little rugrats off for 6 to 7 hours to somebody to watch over them, to pour into them, to give them and hopefully help them to develop into, you know, some type of decent person, decent member of society. And most teachers are struggling. But Oprah worth $2.5 billion, and all she did was gossip. She had people on the talk show. I look at these athletes, and there's nothing. Look, God bless the athlete, but I got a problem when you run up and down the court for 45 minutes playing basketball, and you make more money in one game than most people make in 2 lifetimes. But those are the people who we pay. We pay buku money. We buy jerseys. We buy caps. I'm guilty of it. We buy all kind of paraphernalia for these teams. These players are paid. What's his name right now? Joe Burrow. How much is his contract?
Oh yeah, he got what, 275? He got paid
$275 million.
And I like him. I like Burrow.
I like Joe. $275 million. You know what Joe Burrow do? He throws a football. You can't call Joe Burrow when somebody breaking your house.
Oh no.
Joe Burrow ain't coming with a hose to put the fire out at your crib if it's on fire.
You're not teaching your kids.
Joe Burrow ain't teaching your kids. Joe Burrow can't diagnose you and tell you what might be wrong with you because, I mean, you know, let's just be honest. Doctors are practicing medicine. That's why it's called the medical practice. Because half the time they just guessing. I think you might be dying, but I could be wrong. Thanks, Doc. But these people are worth millions and millions of dollars. We have more black millionaires now than we've ever had. And you mean to tell me that with all of the black millionaires that we have now, that we can't do anything to restore or bring some type of relief to some of our communities? We always talk about how we need our own bank system, our own school systems. We need our own hospital, all these things. Well, got the money to put the infrastructure in place, but ain't nobody doing it.
Because it sounds good at the moment. It sounds good coming out of your mouth. But to actually put in the work to actually do it, they're not going to do it. It sounds good to say that we need our own schools, we need our own banks, we need our own hospitals. That sounds very good when you're saying it. But actually to do it, put the work in, get the funds for it, it's not going to happen, Mike. Like I keep saying, man, there's no such thing as black unity. Because we are our race, the way it's just the way we are. We have been taught to take care of us and our own, and anybody else, figure it out. If you look at all other races, when it's time to come together, they come together.
Man,
we don't.
I'm trying to get a Mexican family to adopt me.
I'm just being real with you, man. We don't. We don't look out for each other because we have the money to actually. We got built, man. We have,
bro. It's black billionaires, son.
Millionaires. If there's enough money, and just to come an everyday person, if all black people put money in together, we could have our own little another Black Wall Street and all that. But that's not going to happen because of some of us. We like being in the bed with Mr. Charlie.
Some of us love gatekeeping too.
That. Yeah, we love gatekeeping.
Oh Lord, black man,
and we love to be the only one that got it.
Let me tell you something about black people.
Be the one on top. So we're messed up. Our races, and it goes back to slavery. The way they pitted each other against each other. So now we don't know how to be unified when it's time to really be unified. Yeah, we see a white cop beat on, kill a black man. We all get an uproar. We saw happening down in Montgomery. We was all, yay. But to actually put in work to really do something to better us as a people, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're not. It's too much money. Black folks has no excuse why they can't get their own.
I don't think now we do. And
because billionaire down to just an average working person. If everybody put money in, we can have anything we wanted where we didn't have to depend on the white man for anything.
And understanding
that like being in the bed with the white man.
Right.
So, like I say, it's too many black folks in our race. Too many different types of black folks. I've been saying it forever. It's just too many different types of black folks in our race for us to even come together. And that's a different conversation. Because a lot of people don't like to hear that conversation.
You know, what? Let me ask y'all a question. But see, here's the thing though. We're scared of losing our money and going backwards. I don't think it's that. I really think a lot of it is gatekeeping. I'm telling you.
A lot of us wants to be the head nigga. A lot of us wants to be on top.
A lot of us want to be on top. And let me tell you about black folks and gatekeeping. Y'all. I don't know what it is about us when here's the thing about white people. When a white person finds a come up, you know what they do? They tell other white people.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, look, I'm going to tell you how to do this because this is how I did it. And so, such, yada, yada, yada. And they tell that person. And if that person has the gumption, they'll put the work in and they do it. And they pretty much can get what that other person have. Here's what we do. We get information and or say we don't get information. Let's just say we crack the code. You crack the code yourself and you figure it out. Like, let's just take this social media. Let's take this social media thing, for example. There are some people that I know who figured out how to do this algorithm thing, right? Like really figured out how it works and they got themselves, to a point where they get nice views, activity and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask them, hey man, what did you do to do this, that, and the other? They real like don't
want to tell you, Mike.
Like they don't want to tell you. And the reason that they don't want to tell you is because there is this fear that if you get put on, then you're going to take away from what they have.
Yeah.
And that's the dumbest thing to me.
But that's just like the Arabs and the Indians with the gas stations around, or the stores that sell cigarettes. If you notice it'd be 4 or 5 gas stations that's owned by the same dude. Because what they do is one come over here, he get on, he go, he bring another one over here.
Bring this guy over. Come on, I'm gonna put you on this one.
We don't do that type of stuff because we want to be numero uno. So if I tell you the code to the algorithm, I'm not gonna be number one no more.
But here's the thing: you ain't number one now.
Exactly.
That's what be killing me.
I know a little bit more about the algorithm than you do.
Right. And it's like
that's the key.
You're not even number one now. You're doing good. You're doing okay.
As long as I know the algorithm more than
and I'm doing better than you. Yeah.
That's the only thing that matters. I got somebody under me. I might not be the head dog, but at least I got somebody that's up under me.
That's the thing.
That's what we have to break in our race, Mike. We have to break this. It can't be just like Hollywood do. You remember when everybody's going? Remember when Mike Epps and Eric Alden was getting mad at Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
But Hollywood made it like that because that is true. There only can be one black star.
Like one real big superstar.
One real big guy.
Right. And since Will Smith ain't really the guy no more, they got to find somebody.
But when Kevin Hart went on the Breakfast Club, he practically said it when he was mad at Cat Williams. He said, "You mad because you had the shot and you messed it up."
Yep.
So it's just the way that our people was trained, and it goes all the way back to slavery with the with the brown paper bag, the colorism. Colorism is really big. I am so glad that I can't. It's 7 of us, and all of us are different colors. I didn't know about colorism or none of that mess because I had a dark skinned mama and a high yellow daddy. Some of us was dark skinned, some of us was high yellow. You see my brother Ricky, high yellow, I'm dark skinned. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know what that was until I got older and I started hearing about it. I didn't believe it until I saw it happen in certain places.
Well, see, I knew it existed because my dad was my complexion, and you know my mom. My mom is, she light. And I have, of my 3 sisters, me and my oldest sister are of the darker complexion, and my baby sister and the next to the oldest, they're both light. I always knew and I always noticed how my oldest sister was treated differently than the second oldest. She was always treated different, always. And it was because my second oldest sister was light skinned. And I knew it. Even when I was coming up, my younger sister, all the fellas, man.
I didn't go through that, Mike. I'm so glad
I witnessed that.
I did not go, but that's another thing that hinder our race, the colorism, the classism. I got more than you, so I got mine. What's wrong with you? It's just so many things that's messed up with our race where we really have to fix our race because we're messed up from the inside. And there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't want to admit about our race. They don't want to admit that there's some things, a certain thing called us unsafe and a safe Negro. It is. It truly is. They don't want to admit that there's something called a black boule that looks down on common folks.
A black what?
It is black boule, bourgeoisie, the stuck for the stuck up folks. But these are things that folks don't want to, that our race don't want to talk about, because some folks, they don't want to talk about it because some of them fit those categories.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I always say, I'm not a safe Negro. I know I'm not. And I have no problem with that. So there's certain things that each one of us fit under that we refuse to deal with. We have too many things that's wrong with our race where we're not going to come together. We have billionaires. We have millionaires. We could have built 400-500 cities for black folks.
Do you remember when Richard Dent was trying to reopen Inglewood Hospital, and they did everything that they could to prevent him from doing that?
Exactly.
A lot of people don't remember. There used to be besides St. Bernard. I was born in Inglewood. That's why I mess around with people. I'd be like, look, I'm so Chicago. I was born in Inglewood Hospital. And they be like, Inglewood Hospital. I'm like, y'all don't remember Inglewood Hospital? They was like, no, I was born in Inglewood Hospital, fam. And it's like when they shut it down, Richard Dent was actually trying to restore it and reopen it. And they did everything in their power and fought him on that.
But
and
he never changed. Folks think that King been on 630 Halsted forever.
Yeah, man, look.
They don't remember 71st.
They don't remember 69th and Wentworth. Y'all better stop playing.
I worked there in the Barker Center.
Y'all don't remember WKKC?
Yes, sir.
On Friday nights, Pink House.
But yeah, it's just, man, Mike. That's why folks don't give back, because we're too scared that if we give a lending hand, someone's gonna get over us.
But that's, Phil, do you know how crazy that is? That's like
sad.
That's it's like we don't have a large following. But that's like if somebody comes to me and say, "Hey, Mike, can you help me?" You know how many people that came to me? Have come to me and say, "Hey, man, I want to start a podcast, and I know you've been doing it. Like, can you help me start a podcast?" And you know what I do? I give them all the information I have. Man, this is what I did. This is what I tried. This is what worked for me. What didn't work for me. You may want to look into this. These are free programs. These are programs that you have to pay for. Man, all the information I got, I give it to them.
But that's your mentor, Mike. Your mentor is helping your brother, your next brother, giving him a hand up.
And you know what? And I love to see when they do it, and they, you know what I'm saying, and they go somewhere with it, like, and they start building, they following and everything. I love to see that. I love it because it don't mean it's 8 billion people in the world. And you mean to tell me that I want to harbor my few hundred or my few thousand people, and I'm not going to give you information that could possibly put you on to something because I'm afraid you're going to take the people that listen to me or watch me or whatever. If anything, it's building a network. That's like,
thank you. That's the whole purpose of it. You win, I win. I mean, it's all each other.
Is Tony still here? Is he still here? Okay, yeah. So he's commenting. So if he's still watching, that's just like me and Tony. Like, if I knew something that could help Tony, like I would, if he came to me and asked me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man, you know, I did this, and this." Like, I'm not going to tell him. Because if it's going to help him, then I'm going to give him whatever it is, whatever resources I have access to, and say, "Here, man, this is what I use. Maybe this will help." It's people right now, right, Phil. I'm telling you, and I ain't finna drop no names, but it's people that I didn't talk to. I promise to God that I was like, "Dude, how did you do this? And what are you doing to get here? And this, that, and the other." And they will not and have not given me any type of real information whatsoever, bro.
And they're not.
None.
And they're not.
And I'm like, what are you afraid of? It's just like everybody that we talk to, everybody from Tony to Pastor Sam's to Eddie, whoever we know they got a show, we always invited them on. And it wasn't because we thought we was better than them or we was trying to put them on. I'm trying to network. And I've always, let me tell you something.
I think we gained a good networking circle though, Mike. Be honest with you.
We do. Look, I never want to be the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
Because I always want to be able to learn more and do better. So I try to surround myself with people that's doing something.
That you're supposed to do.
You know what I mean? And it's like, because if all of us can grow, all of us, this thing is big enough where everybody can be at their own level of success. And I'm not judging my success by Tony's. I'm not judging it by Pastor Sam's or Sean's or Eddie's. I have my own level of success or my own goals that I'm trying to reach. And mine is probably different from theirs. That's why I don't get why people be so afraid of other folks' success. It's like, dude, if I have the resources and I got the information, man, here you go. Put yourself on and let's grow together. But black people have this thing where it's like, if they got some information and they feel they got a leg up, they are not going to share, and they will try
to you, Mike. If I give it to you, you might take it and go farther with it than I did. So you know, hey, listen, that cannot happen.
But that's okay, because you know what? That's what I want to see. That though, it's like if a young guy come to me and say, "Hey, Mike, man, how did you do this, that, and the other?" And I give him the information, and he take that information and he run with it, bro. That's a good look on me. You know what I mean? It's like here. This is why we don't have a lot of. This is why I think where a lot of leaders fail, because the sign of a good leader is when you can train up people to do what you do and not only continue to work, but grow the work.
Yeah, but you got some leaders that don't want to train you, because eventually, if you train them too good, you might end up being their leader. That's what they all come down to, man. We don't want to see each other succeed. I mean, I'm not gonna say not all of us.
Not all of us.
All of us in our race.
Right.
don't want to see each other succeed because it might get outdone.
This right here, somebody wants to charge me $500 to send me a list of what I needed to do a consult. That's crazy. Absolutely. And I'm going to take it a step further. I have a problem. With preachers and these. No. I'm going to say this.
Come on.
I have a problem with preachers and these conferences that they be doing, and they want to charge people $120 and $150 for the word of God. Show me in the Bible where when the disciples went out to preach the word and to talk about the word and the witness, they charged folks to give them what saith the Lord.
Come on, Mike. Come on.
Where is that?
Come on, Mike.
It does something to my soul when I see these commercials when I see these things online, and these people are throwing these big conferences, and it's $150 per person because they got this person coming in who ain't gonna come unless you putting $5,000 in their account, and then they want to be put up at this hotel. They want a driver to come and get them. They only want green M&Ms in their room, and they have all of these demands when they come out. These are the carriers of the word, and they got all to tell you what thus saith the Lord. I'm going to charge you $150.
That's a whole different conversation, Mike.
It's gatekeeping. That's all it is.
It's big business.
It's come on,
Jennifer. Big business.
I mean, but
yes, ma'am.
If I'm wrong, family, y'all tell me. But I mean, and I understand the concept of a seminar and all of that stuff. But these conferences that these folks be holding, and I be seeing people that'll sit up there and be like, "Oh man, so and so got a conference this weekend, and it's $175." And you know who? And so gonna be there, and this, that, and that. I mean, they talking about healing conferences. Look, I'm gonna have this healing conference, and the Lord is gonna work miracles. You mean to tell me I gotta pay for a miracle now?
And now you got somebody that really can't afford to go that's gonna take their light money or gas money and buy their ticket. You
got people that are looking for a miracle, looking for the Lord to do something, and they're gonna go and with a second more. I've seen it and I've heard it, Phil.
They're gonna sit in the dark for that month just to go to that conference.
I done seen it where I've heard people sit up there and tell folks over the pulpit that if you ain't got the money, get a second mortgage on your house, take out a loan.
I've heard stories. Now I haven't heard nobody say that, but I've heard stories of people saying they heard pastors say that over the pulpit. I pray no pastor ever say that to me. I pray that nobody ever say that to me.
Phil, I've heard it. I
believe you. I've heard several people say that before. I never heard it before because you've been in church longer than I have. So I know you have heard it, but I've never heard it before. You know what I'm saying? I just heard it before because she's been in church longer than I have.
But look, this is what I'm saying.
They better not say it to me, Jennifer. They better not say it to me.
This is exactly what I'm saying. You got to fly somebody out. You got to pay for their flight. You got to pay for their hotel room. They have to have a certain amount in their account before they come out. They have to have a personal driver. They have all these lists of demands before they even come to give you the word of God. That is the ultimate form of gatekeeping.
Yeah. But
I have to pay you.
That's how a lot of these folks make their money, though, Mike. A lot of these folks make their money just doing those type of. It's a lot of folks in the gospel community that's how they make their money. Going across country, church to church, and then you get these small churches that really can't afford them that go broke, paying for all this just for a look.
Pineapples cut into the shape of diamonds. What's that? Is that a book?
Is that a book, Tony?
Or a documentary? Dude, it's
Tony, is that a book or a documentary?
He'll probably post it.
He'll put it up.
But this is what we're facing today, y'all. Do you know? And look, and let me tell you something. I love Shaq. Oh, it's a no musical guest who come. What?
Oh, they want pineapple shaped in diamonds.
What? And that was one of their requests. You stupid. Look, you know I need all of my M&Ms separated in a different bowl, and I want my pineapples cut into the shape of diamonds. Yeah. And I can only drink alkaline water and some kind of chamomile tea and whatever. Nigga, shut up. I mean, it's just, oh my God, it irks me.
I just feel like this. If I'm a pastor and God gave me a church to pastor over and stuff, I'm just gonna pass it to my people. I really don't. I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it with the fellowship thing and all that, and all. But if I'm an upstart church and I'm really upstarting, I'm gonna just really try to, you know what I'm saying, focus on my congregation to enrich and enlarge my congregation, because I think a lot of pastors get knocked off their square because they too busy searching for that big thing, and they really ain't got the full grip of a whole leave it alone, man, because
that's why I never understood the concept.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone because that's gonna go into something else, and I don't want to offend anyone, but
yeah,
I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave that. I
mean, but the gatekeeping is serious, though. I mean, and it's an issue. It's a problem, you know. And it's like, and to go back to what we were initially talking about, we continue to pay these people salaries and to give them money and watch their movies and do all of this stuff, and they ain't doing nothing to invest back. I look. They asked for $10 million, right, for this Maui thing. Do you understand? And and I say this because I love Shaquille O'Neal. I look at all the moves that he made. Shaquille is about business, and Shaquille worth about $400-500 million after basketball.
Mm-hmm.
He made 200, and I think during basketball he made like about $230 million.
He got his hands.
Shaquille got some money. What up, Jay? Appreciate you, nephew, for hanging out with us. Hey, Mama Latham, thank you for joining. But Shaq, do you know Shaq just bought 2 private jets? Mm-hmm. 2. You know how much he spent?
How much?
$27 million. That was twice the amount that they asked that they got together for the Maui thing.
But you know what, Mike? One thing about Shaq, man.
I know what you're about to say. I know.
Going around these little stores, man.
Yes, he did. Look, let me tell you what I love about Shaq.
You know what I'm saying?
Shaq is retired and he bored and he got a lot of money and he hangs out at Best Buy. Mm-hmm. And you know what he does when he's at Best Buy? He just randomly pays for people's stuff.
Yeah. He just hangs out in stores and bad little kids. It's like a video. He brought this little boy. He brought some boys some bites, and then some woman. He brought a whole bedroom. So
look, this one family was at Walmart. He hangs out at Best Buy and Walmart. Them seem to be his 2 favorite stores.
One of his favorite stores.
And so he was at Walmart, and there was a family there, and he was talking to the lady and everything, and she was doing some back to school shopping, and he said, "Get whatever you need. Get whatever you need for your kids." She bought laptops and all of that stuff. Paid for it. He was like, "Let me help you. Let me help you load it up." He was Jay stupid. I swear I bet not catch him in Walmart, boy. I promise you. So look, so he helps her to the car. He noticed the car that she had. It was an older car and everything. Do you know he went out and bought this woman a brand new minivan?
Yeah.
Brand spanking new. Pay for it. Here you go. Whatever I can do to make it a little bit easy. Now, I mean, he can't change the whole world, and he's doing it one person at a time. But it's just like
you know what? Let's say this, cause before you go back, we're not knocking those cause. We're not saying that there are celebrities out here that don't give back, cause there are. But
What?
it's too much money in the black community where all this that we cry about, where we can't start our own.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
I'm with you on that, nephew. He needs to slide through for real. I'm just gonna go to Walmart and get me one of them little carts and just roll around until until Shaq show up. Be like, what's going on? I'm like, hey man, what you doing? Man, I was just looking
Mike,
for
that dude, he do love the Walmart and Best Buy.
Look, I mean, I understand Walmart because he got the thing with Walmart with his shoes, but he loves Walmart and Best Buy. This dude lives there. And I mean, it's crazy. And he's done it on more than one occasion. Shaq's single too, I believe, where he lived. That's well, I tell you, Jennifer trying to be a future basketball wife. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, this dude is for. I remember it was in Best Buy, and it's been on more than one occasion. Best Buy, talking to a guy, recognizing me. Hey, Shaq, hey man, what you up here doing? Oh man, I'm looking for a computer for going back to school. Yeah, what did you want? I was looking at this MacBook. Yeah, did you want it? Yeah, I want it. I get it. What else you need? Refrigerator, microwave, everything this dude needed for his dorm, and then some. PS5, you got a PS5? No, you want a PS5? Get you a PS5. Bought it. Said, man, congratulations, man, proud of you. Do good in college. Thanks, Shaq. But my thing is, he just spent $27 on 2 private jets. 27. This is why this whole thing with Oprah and The Rock was such BS, because y'all come out trying to be the saviors of Maui and y'all ain't did nothing.
Man, y'all could have called y'all friends over here, whatever they needed in like an hour.
Look, let me put this in perspective for y'all. They put together $10 million. Oprah is worth how much again, Phil?
2.5.
$2.5 billion. It takes 999,999 plus $1 million to make $1 billion. She's worth twice that and a half. If she lost $10 million, she wouldn't even notice it. Because you know why? She would still have $2.4 billion left.
And she can write off at the end of the year.
That she can literally write off at the end of the year. That's nothing to her. Ain't Jay-Z a billionaire?
Mm-hmm.
What do he do for Maui? Nothing. What Jay do for the community now that I think about it? And I love Jay. Don't get me wrong.
My favorite rapper.
I'm a Jay fan. But what Jay be doing for the community? Oh, he'll make a song about Marcy and talk about the projects and where he came from.
J2B is doing electric slide at Beyonce concert.
I had to hustle, my back to the wall, ashy knuckles, pockets filled with a lot of lint, not a cent.
That's dope, man. That's class though, Mike.
Got a vent. A lot of innocent lives lost on that project bench.
Yes, sir.
What you hollering? Got to make dough, bring dollars in.
I'm like, man, talk that talk, young man.
I'm just, but what is you doing? Did you go back to Marcy? Did you help? Did you do anything to improve the conditions at Marcy in any way? And see, again, I don't know. I don't know these things. He gave $2 million. He gave $2 million during 9/11, and he wasn't a billionaire then. That was 20-some years ago.
Oh, y'all remember when he did that, Tony?
Come on, Tony. My childhood didn't mean much. Only raising green up.
Man, talk that talk, Tony. Talk that talk.
What'd he say? Do not step to me. I'm awkward. I box left me an orphan. My pops left me an orphan. I wasn't at home. And often my mama wasn't home. It's like, come on. I get it. But are we going back and helping the people that help us? Are we going back and helping the people that help us be who we are? This is the problem that I have with these millions. And you know what? There's no and there's no rules and there's no laws that say you got to go back and help. I get it. As a matter of fact, I haven't heard a comedian say, "Come on, Tony, stop, man, stop it, stop it."
Tony,
I ain't no politician, but I'll kick it with him a minute. Stop it. Look, no. I even heard a comedian one time say, "Why do I need to give back to the hood?" He was like, "What the hood?" He was like, "What has the hood ever done for me that I need to give back to it?" He's like, "I tell you what the hood did. The hood broke into my mom's house. The hood stole my bike and TVs and video games. The hood robbed me on the way to work. The hood broke into my car. This is what the hood did for me. So what am I supposed to do for the hood now that I done came up?"
What you can do is you could probably do something to make sure that someone else don't go through what you went through as far as all that.
You know, so I understand. I understand why people have that position that I don't have to go back and help. But there should be something. There should be something on the inside. And this is what I don't understand. I don't even have nothing. And I'd be wanting to help. And I just be like, Lord, I'd be like, look, and I don't play the lottery often. Now, if it's a Powerball, I might throw $1 or $2 over in that direction. I'm just saying. But I'd be like, Lord, just give me something, because there's so much stuff that I want to do. There's so many things that I see. And I'm like, man, I want to put a center here, and I want to put a job training thing here, and I want to do this. And there's so many ideas that I got in my head. And it's like, I need resources. I need money.
Yeah, but you have gave back though, Mike. Can't you have did your part in trying to give back. I have so much. I mean, Jack I said, Jack, you know, I got like over 5 years of like community service. Actually giving back to my community as far as just having, you know, we had our thing, the back school thing, then with the thing, working with the church, then my mentorship with the young men.
And I even want to do
That's giving back. I might not have the funds where I can build a school or anything, but just the simple fact of me giving my time and my labor and my efforts in trying to do something, I'm still giving back. Just like you, when we do stuff with the church for us giving back, when we had our thing, we were still giving back.
Is that the Pound Town chick? How in the world did she become famous?
Man, that girl like a straight man in the face. I don't see who found out. Like I said, these young niggas, man, they different. I mean, if y'all find that hot, man, I mean, I don't know.
She has zero talent.
Dude, they put the camera up because every time I saw her, she was like, they have a video of her shaking and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they get a picture of her with the camera on her.
It ain't nothing sexy. It ain't nothing sexy about her at all. Nothing.
The only thing true is red's her hair, cause she ain't sexy.
And that ain't even the real color.
Yeah, man. But yeah,
I like what nephew said. He said entertainers, artists, pastors, and all these major name people have no heart to give back, but they keep the image to keep the money coming in.
Exactly.
And
here's the point, nephew.
Here's the messed up part about that, nephew. We keep giving it to them.
Yep.
That's the insane thing. And what do they say about the definition of insanity is to do the same thing and expect different results. We keep giving to these people and feeding them and supporting them and all of these things, and they don't care about you.
No.
They don't. They don't care nothing about me. They don't care nothing about Phil. They don't care nothing about you. The only thing that they care about is their bottom line. Are you gonna buy that movie ticket when this movie come out? Are you gonna buy that? Are you gonna download that next album when it come out? Are you gonna go to the concert when they charging you $1,500 for a ticket for a concert?
Like back in the days, only time you see an artist when the album was about to come out,
That's
or a politician. The only time you're gonna see these guys come out and be friendly to everybody's when it's election time.
It's just like why do we even? And listen. I know, guys. I know we love our teams. We love our teams, but when you think about it, what have these owners of these teams done for anybody in these communities? I'm sure, I know
throw a little check at them. They throw a little, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they throw a little check at them, you know what I'm saying? Throw them some book bags, you know what I'm saying, around Christmas time, throw them some toys or something. I mean, simply they do the same things. They do the same things that me and you do.
Yeah, and
but see, what we doing it's not minimum because that's all that we can do. We're talking about billionaires,
dude.
That people do more.
People that ain't
thing that me and you would do.
We're talking about people that when they wake up in the morning, they ain't worried about.
They have not one worry in the world.
Okay, let's just say this because everybody got worries on different levels, right? But they definitely ain't worried about where the next meal is coming from.
Where they gonna live?
They ain't worried about living no place safe. They ain't worried about getting a car and wondering if you can pay for insurance for that car.
They ain't worried about their kids going to a terrible school.
That's all I'm saying. And it's like, and if you look
on the other hand, we have black folks, and I'm gonna say it, we have a lot of black folks that have moved up out of Chicago that's living in these great neighborhoods. So why should I care about what's going on in Chicago when I don't have to deal with it or my kids don't have to deal with it?
And you know what, Phil? If I'm going to be completely transparent, I understand why. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I'm looking to move right now. My plan is to hopefully move within the next 3 to 6 months or so. And I'm looking for a place that ain't necessarily, close to where I am right now. I'm just gonna be honest. The other day they broke into 2 cars right out front, right out here. A couple nights ago, they broke into 2 cars. They stealing catalytic converters off of cars overnight, and it's just,
damn, they wilding over there, man.
It's like I love my people, but I hate being around them. And I absolutely hate feeling that way.
I can understand it. Maybe because where I live at, Mike. Because like I said, man,
look, you might as well call me Uncle. You might as well call me Uncle Elroy from Friday. He was like, I know what they said. Love the hood. Don't ever turn your back on the hood.
As soon as I got my money, I was gone.
They got my money, I was gone. Look, I'm feeling just like that too, man. It's crazy.
No, but you know what? I don't knock them now. If you're somewhere where you don't feel safe or you're just tired,
I don't, and I do you every day, and I know anything can happen anywhere. But every time my boys leave out the house, dude, it's like I'm wondering how they're gonna come back.
I feel you, and
you know what I'm saying. And it's just
one thing I thank God about. I thank God that where we stay, it's a little quiet pocket. Like I said, Chicago is pockets. It's like different pockets, and I think that when we was blessed to right now to be in one of those little pockets in the city where you don't hear all the gunshot, people hanging outside, or you don't. So it's a little quiet little pocket of Chicago where we live at. I love it over here where I live at.
Yeah.
Like I said, we get ready to move. When we move again, I would prefer to stay in this neighborhood where we are right now.
That's cool. And here's the thing. I mean, besides the fact that Chicago is trying to tax the people to death, and it's so many money schemes that you almost can't afford to live in Chicago with the taxes and everything. But you know,
they getting all their money for weed. That's the sad part about it.
I don't mind. I don't mind Chicago. Like people try to make it seem like Chicago is this terrible place, and it's really not. Isn't. I'll even say I love Chicago, but I don't love certain parts of Chicago. And I don't like being around certain people in certain parts of Chicago. And I hate saying it, but it's just the truth. And if I have the opportunity to move someplace, a little away, I'm gonna do it. Just for my sanity and for my peace. And I'm
just should though, Mike. I mean, you shouldn't feel bad about that, man.
Oh, hold on, Eddie been posting. What do you got up here? So we're living at a historic time where we can now see black billionaires. Never before in modern history. Man, I'm telling you, wealthy blacks, they made money off our people, and now we must see if they care to get back, which they probably won't. Then he said, we still need to do that hard lesson in historical black drivers. We are seeing their return. Maybe this Thursday needs to be discussed. Yeah, man, let me know. 200,000 is $2. That's all I'm saying. $200,000 is $2 to $1 billion, and not to mention the influence they have in changing laws based on their financial connection.
Oprah could have called up all her friends.
Man, come on, bro.
And whatever money they needed, they could have had that paid off in an hour.
So the black driver never cared about the slaves because he lived in a better shack. He ate better food, and he was treated well as long as he don't side with the slaves. Wow.
And that's all I'm saying. The way we are with each other, it goes back to those times, man. They divided us from the time we got over here.
All right. All right, Tony. I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks a lot, Tony.
Appreciate you popping in, Eddie, as always, man. Go back and watch the whole video if you can, man. Comment, feedback, all that good stuff. We appreciate you. I'm blessed because I stay in one of those pockets and I see firsthand, so I know exactly. Man, Jay, I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. Facts, because it's dangerous for everyone after a while. Yeah, it is. Tina, did you see that picture I tagged you in? That's the setup. That aquarium. I know this is totally off subject, but that aquarium setup, man, that's what I want right there. That's my dream setup.
So you want to sleep? We want to sleep with fish swimming around.
No, I don't want to sleep with the fishes. See, that's different. I ain't trying to sleep with no fish. See, you try to be slick with your little wordplay. But what I do want is a nice big old aquarium. That thing is ridiculous and it's nice. But I'm just saying, I digress, people.
Yes, sir.
We support these folks. We pay their salaries. We put them on these pedestals. And you know what they're doing? They're looking down at all of us. Saying, I hope things get better for you.
Hey, man, I got mine. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. And for all you gatekeepers out there, bump you. I'm sick of y'all, too. Because y'all was just what you started off just like everybody else was, and you lucked up, and somebody might have put you on, or you came across whatever, and now you got a little something, and then you don't want to go back and help nobody come up. Forget you, man. Forget you, the horse you rode in on, the pedestal you put yourself on, the stick that you can sit on, and everything else.
You got it all out?
Nope. I'm like Dave Chappelle. I hate you. I hate you. I don't even like you. And I hope all the bad things in the world happen to only you. Remember when he was at the Player Haters Ball? That dude, he said, as I go back to my seat and sip from my soda that I'm sure somebody spit in, I just want to say that I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hope all the bad things in the world happen to only you. That's how I be feeling sometimes, man. And it's terrible. Y'all just gotta pray for me, because I'm just gonna be honest with you. But I don't know, man. Look, I'm glad they helping Maui. You know, like I said, it was a tragic thing that happened over there, but I just wish I just want every now and again for somebody to say, hey, let's see what we can do for this particular community. Let's see what we can do for this pocket area right here. Let's see what we can do about building this up. Let's see what we can do about changing the school system. How can we help the public school system? I have an idea. Pay the teachers, hire more teachers. How about that? If you pay them more, you'll have people that's more inclined to want to be one.
But you know what, Mike? I'm all for paying the teachers, but one thing I have to ask is, because I know this for a fact, I need folks that want to be teachers to be teachers.
No, this is
what there's a lot of folks that's the only reason they're teaching now is because they look at teaching as just a job. So a lot of them really, that's not what they really want to do.
You're going to have
to pay the bills.
Here's my outlook on that. You're going to have those people no matter what you do. That's just going to do it because it's a job. But you have some people out there that you have some teachers now that are just burnt out because they don't have the help. They don't have the resources that they need. You got 20 and 30 kids to one classroom.
I know that, Mike. I mean, I agree with you with that. But all I'm saying is I just want to see more folks that actually want to be teachers.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And I want to see more black men teaching.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Come on, fellas. Look, I know. I understand. You got a track you've been working on for the last 5 years, and if you can get the demo to somebody,
it's over.
Pop off. But I'm just saying, if you in your late 30s and it ain't happened yet,
over. If you in your early 30s, if you in your early to middle 30s, it's over, bro.
Yeah.
Your time was probably 2001. 2000. No, if they're in their early to middle 30s, their time was probably about 2003 to about 2008. If they don't pop up in them times,
it ain't gonna happen.
Over, B. Go get a job.
Upload it to SoundCloud,
job, man.
Just work something out.
Mistakes, man.
I definitely agree with this sentiment. We definitely got to hire better teachers, and we need to totally look at the curriculum because the stuff that they teaching kids in school don't apply to nothing.
Nothing.
I look back over my school life. And I say, now, of the things that I studied in school, how many of those things do I actually use in everyday life? I can tell you other than math, but then what level of math? Did I really need algebra?
No, you don't use no algebra. No.
Did I really need geometry?
Unless you're architect or you're a chemist or something. You really don't need that extra mess they make.
Do I need geometry to work at Walmart?
No, man. No.
I mean, that may help me to build a better display.
Thank you.
But do I really need to know the difference between an acute angle and an obtuse angle?
You ain't building nothing. You don't need none of that extra mess. All you needed was adding and subtracting.
You need the 4 basic things: add, subtract, divide, and multiply. That's all you need. And fractions. Okay, I get fractions. But other than that,
man, you ain't what you using fractions on?
Oh, well, I mean, if you got 3 people in the house and you got a pizza, 8 slices, I mean, you got to know how to divide.
That's common sense. Don't play with me, man. Get on up out of here, man. It's common sense.
You got to know how to divide that stuff up, fam. Like, now look, 2 of us is going to get 3 pieces. I'm just saying. Somebody's going to be short.
Common sense, man. That's great common sense.
Oh my God. We didn't get a chance to do our one gotta goes tonight, man. That's all right though. It's all good. We'll say that for another show. Listen, man, they say it get worse before it get better. And things are definitely
been worse for a long time.
It's been worse.
Eventually, it got to get better, Mike.
It's worse for a minute.
We can't keep on saying, they say it get worse for. It's been worse for a long, long time, man.
Man, I'm telling. Listen. I do want to say this. The Bible talks about false prophets, and most people equate that to people talking about, people spreading, like falsities about God and Jesus and things of that nature. But I even want to take it a step further and really just to caution you guys and in regards to false prophets about just any and everything. It's so many people out here that's giving out crazy information that it just blows my mind. I had tagged Eddie in something a couple of days ago with this guy, and he was talking about some stuff, and I'm just like, wait a minute, this is the same dude that said you can get to Africa by way of the Grand Canyon, that the Grand Canyon was a back door to Africa. And I'm sitting up here like, now, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I understand this. But when I look at where the Grand Canyon is, and I look at where Africa is, I'm like, how does that work exactly?
It don't.
And he was like, the government don't want you to know, and this, that, and the other. And also, he said that the Grand Canyon was actually the Grand Canyon was in Egypt at one point in time, or that's not really Egypt. The Nile River and the Mississippi River is the same thing. And it was just like, I'm like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And so I made a comment, and this woman came to his defense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was like, really?
Mm-hmm.
It was a dude on that, and I was so mad. This nigga was talking about you can plug your phone into the ground and it'll charge it.
Yeah. Because
the electrons from the earth will charge your phone. And he had his charger and his phone, and he plugged it into the dirt, and his phone came on. And I was like, come on, man.
See, you're lost, Mike. You're lost. You're lost. You're asleep. You're a sheep. You believe what society tells you.
It's my third eye not open.
Your third eye hasn't been open. You're not woke. You're not conscious. See, that's a group of folks, and it's on YouTube because, like I told you about 2017. You know, I like to watch YouTube. I watch YouTube.
Just say what you need to say, Phil. You believe that stuff at one point in time.
2017, the conscious community had me hooked.
You was a zealot. That's what you were.
Yeah, I was brainwashed. There's this young man. I'm not gonna say his name because he's going through something right now. He had me brainwashed for probably about 6-7 months. The conscious community, they believe in this type of stuff. They believe that, you know what I'm saying, that there's no God. Man wasn't created by God. They have different thoughts. And they believe that if you don't believe what they believe, you're not woke. That's right. The term woke came from the conscious community.
Right, as in be aware, stay aware. Right?
Stay aware, be woke. But you have some folks I always say they're too woke, because you got some folks that done took it, and that's they get to talk about the Egyptians and pyramids and dude. It's you know what I'm saying? And your age is not your age.
Yes.
Your name is not your name. And really, this man did not write the Bible. That man wrote the Bible. And if you look here, it's telling you that one day the war will start where black, trust me. Back in 2017, they had me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, this guy.
It's this guy that he's in a lot of trouble now. So I'm not gonna say his name, but they got the gift of gab, and they know what to say to get your ear and get you hooked. That's why the woman went off on you, because
all I'm saying is that
you're not woke, Mike.
Apparently not, because this nigga was this dude said eventually we're all going to go back to our original color. He's like, now some of y'all might be purple, some of y'all, because those are our original colors. Some of y'all might be purple, some of y'all might be green, some of y'all may be a combination of the color, but we're gonna go back to our original color because of something with our melanin and something. I was like,
we're not truly black.
Phil, I felt my brain cells dying as I watched this video.
This is not our true body.
It's not our true. I get that. But like the color,
no, we're aliens.
Oh, that's right. That's
The
right.
aliens have came and infiltrated our bodies. So when they're ready to leave, they're going to take our bodies off and go back into their planets.
The motherships are underground. What else have I heard this week? The flat earthers, they always amaze me. It's like, so you mean to tell me that out of all, you believe all the other planets in the universe are round, or in the solar system is round, but for whatever reason, God just decided to make Earth a frisbee? Nigga, what are you talking about?
And really, this is not Earth. This is big.
This isn't Earth.
This is disguised as Earth.
Yeah, it's listen, people.
Tomfoolery. All this mess, trust me. That's why I like to research things. After I start, like, when you start listening to them, you want to research what they're talking about.
There are some things. When you start
researching what they're talking about, you realize that this is a bunch of bull. You know what I'm saying? Straight tomfoolery. But the way they give folks is they got the gift of gab. And they talk real pretty, where it sounds real good what they're saying, and that's how they get you hooked. For real, I was hooked for like 6-7 months, man.
Dude, I'm
super woke, man.
It's just so crazy. Like some things, it's just like we were talking about math. Like I've heard a few people say that 1 + 1 actually equals 3.
Exactly.
And I'm like, how does that happen? And
the plus is added.
No. What they said is that because, let's take me and you for instance. I'm 1 and you're 1, and we each occupy our own space.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come into proximity of each other, now we have a shared space. So my space, your space, plus the shared space equals 3. They use the same thing with, like, even when you write it out, 1 + 1 equals 3, because they count the space that the plus sign shares with the 2 ones. I said, well, what about the equal sign? Does that not count? It's in the same proximity. So wouldn't 1 + 1 equal 4? It's like,
you're just not enlightened, brother-in-law.
Where does it end?
You have to open up your third eye so you can see what Akeem or whatever they call that's a higher power up there, because it's not God. It's a higher power that brings the information to our third eye.
And then it's
so
like
we know the truth, because everything we're being taught right now is not the truth.
No, it's not the truth. And it's like just people. I've never seen so many people online at one point in time that are trying to debunk the fact that God exists. I heard this one guy, he was doing something, and he was making fun. He was something. I know Jesus is black. He was like, you know how I know Jesus is black? He said, because his dad got another woman pregnant and left somebody else to take care of the baby. I was like, wow, that's
But you know how they catch the folks with that type of stuff, because Mike, a lot of black folks have given up, and I hate saying this, but it's true, and people get offended when I say this, but a lot of black folks lost faith in the church somewhere down the road, where they're willing to listen to anybody.
Do you know why they lost faith in the church?
I know, Mike.
No. You know why they lost faith in the church, Phil? Because they got tired of seeing people charging for seminars and charging for the word of God.
Yeah, but that's how they get these folks, though, Mike. That's how they get them.
I understand, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna end it, because I don't want this to turn into people think I'm bashing the church, because I'm not bashing the church. I love the church. I support the church.
But we should be able to have this conversation without people thinking we're bashing. You have right. And I hate to have to bite my tongue and be cautious when I talk about this, because this is something that needs to be said, but I don't want to offend anyone.
Here's the issue that I have, especially with these mega churches. You have mega churches, right? 50, 60,000 people in a church. And you have these churches that have people that's struggling. Folks struggling to pay their bills. Folks struggling to feed their families. Folks that may be out of a job, struggling to pay their rent. And mega churches. Why is it that the church can't say, hey, these families, like they know these particular families need help or whatever. You mean to tell me that you can't get $1 from everybody in that church? You got 50, 60,000 people in that church and everybody can't give $1? And that's $60,000 right there that you didn't just gave that family to help them out.
Mike and Jordan folks don't even know each other.
But I'm just saying they don't have to know. I just get $1 from everybody in here today. Just $1. Or do $2. Do $2. You just raised and consider, and more people can give more than $2. You done just raised anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. And you mean to tell me that you can't use that money to help some families in the church that's supporting that church and that ministry? But I have an issue with that.
But that's why these guys can get folks this tomfoolery that they spew. That's why you can get a guy who you talking about who can get folks to follow him. Or if you say, like you said something against it, and a woman jumped on. And these folks on YouTube is getting paid.
They getting paid
$2 spewing this tomfoolery mess.
You shut me down.
Actually believe in it.
They put us in Facebook prison for 30 days.
Yeah. Because
of something I said about Trump. But somebody can come on here and say something about God and they good.
Yep.
They can get it's a nigga right now that's on TikTok, and you know what he does? He's on camera and he puts a can right there and he's doing this. And eventually the can will fall over. He's telling people that, yeah, you have the ability to move things. He don't never move nothing more than a can. No. He may put like a piece of aluminum foil up there
and that can super
and he blows the aluminum foil over, or he'll move something. And I'm like, y'all sit up here and watch this witchcraft and talk about how he's enlightened. Y'all, okay, you keep on.
And you got folks that actually believe these folks, man. You got folks that truly believe that these folks are so. And I think Eddie just said in the comments, these folks ain't reading no books. These folks be some of the dumbest folks in the world, but that's the hustle.
He just said it. He said half these ninjas never read a book. They follow charlatans because the church folks were not educating themselves either. That's true. All the church folks only listen to what the pastor told them.
Yep.
When the Bible clearly says, study to show yourself approved. We have to rightly divide the word of truth. And that's in everything. We have been saying this for years because we always wanted to separate ourselves from being a gossip podcast. Out of everything that we tell you, we want you to be informed and not influenced. So even if we're saying some stuff, go look it up. Go check it out. Go look into it. Don't just take what we say just take our word for what it is. Go look it up yourself. Make your own decision. This is just our opinion. Mm-hmm. It is not the end all be all to any conversation.
It's really not.
And I mean, it's just like the you have to sift through so much BS nowadays to get to any type of real information. And this is why I thrive so much. I thrive so much to be at least a source of common sense. I don't know. I may not know everything. I'm not, and I say this, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I at least want to be a source of common sense.
That's my daddy always said. My daddy said, if you ain't got common sense, you got all the book smarts in the world, but you ain't got common sense. You're the dumbest person in the world.
The dumbest person in the world. You got all the book smarts, but ain't got no common sense. It's like, come on, y'all. So just know that whatever I come with, all of this is our opinion. But any information that we give, If we can't quote where we got it from, or if you can't look it up, don't sit up there and just take our word for it.
No.
Look it up yourself. Investigate it yourself. Look into it yourself. And stop believing. Stop being so easily suckered into believing what these people are telling you. And I know sometimes, and maybe the way times is, we're looking for something. People are looking for some form of truth, something else other than what they know, other than what their reality is. I get that. But my goodness, don't just fall for the okie doke.
And they follow for it. Like I said, the guy video showed me, he's not the only one. There's a slew of them. It's called the conscious community.
Man.
They're the guys, they're the folk, it's males and females. They're here to enlighten our people.
Yep.
Because we all are blind.
I swear, Eddie, people forget the 5 W's sometimes. They forget like it exists. They forget it. And so just make sure y'all researching your own stuff. And then I want to also say this too. We have to be accountable for the decisions that we make. And I don't know why I'm saying this, but there are things that all of us go through, all of us, situations, outcomes, whatever the case may be. And it's easy for us to look at other people and say, hey, this happened because of you, or this happened because of her, or this happened because of him. I challenge you to look at the situation and examine all of the choices that you made and see if you were the reason that thing happened. There has to be a point where you take accountability for the decisions that you make and the choices that you make. I used to read these books when I was younger, and they were called Choose Your Own Adventure books. And I loved those books. When the book fair school came around, boy, I couldn't wait because I knew they was going to have them. And I always bought like about 2 or 3 of them. What I loved about those books is that you really felt like they had these branching stories. Like the books normally had about 2 or 3 different, like about 3 or so different endings. And you would read to a point and it would say, hey, if you want to continue down the hallway, turn the page, turn to page 6. If you want to go through the door, turn to page 8. And so if you would turn to page 6, it would tell you something else. If you go to page 8, it would ask you another set of questions. Do you want to do this or do you want to do that? And your outcome depended on the choices that you made. I couldn't blame the book. I couldn't blame my partner sitting next to me. If I fell off a cliff, it was because I chose to turn to that page that led me to me falling off the cliff. And I'm saying that to say that your choices, your decisions alter your outcome. And you have to be adult enough and mature enough to take accountability for the decisions and the choices that you make in your life. Because it ain't everybody's fault all the time. I be hearing people asking, talking about I don't know why God let this happen. What are you talking about? God didn't let nothing happen. You chose to do that. You made that decision. You put yourself in the position that you're in. It's not, stop blaming everybody for the stuff that you did. And I guarantee you, if you used to just sit back and look at your situation and go through the decisions that you made, you'll find that a lot of the fault should be on you. And you need to own up to that stuff. Take accountability for it. Learn from it and do better. And I'm speaking from personal experience. We got to get to a point where we stop blaming everybody for our problems. Sometimes we just make bad decisions. And just learn from your mistakes and just do better. That's all. No, I don't know why I put that out there, but
No, that was well said, bro. That need to be said at that moment. That was well said.
I just felt compelled to say that. So just
That was good. That was real good, bro.
let's just do better, y'all. That's all it's about, man.
We better, black people.
We ain't perfect. You can only be perfect in what you know. But I mean, let's just strive. Let's strive to be, strive to be the best that you can be. That's all.
We just can't expect nobody else to treat us good if we're not gonna treat each other good.
No.
Simple as that.
Man, Eddie, I appreciate you hanging around, man. Always. So look, y'all, that's it for us. I think we done rambled on long enough. We appreciate those that stayed and hung out with us on tonight. Listen, if you know somebody that may appreciate this conversation, make sure you like, tag, and share this video. That's how we grow. And we're just trying to grow this thing together. So I hope you enjoyed the conversations, man. If the Lord say the same, we will be back on next week with some more good conversation right here on the Man of Real Talk podcast. Listen, y'all be safe this weekend. Enjoy your families, please. Hug your people a little tighter this weekend. Love on them a little more. Appreciate them while they're here. Because once they gone, all the praises and all that stuff, they ain't gonna even hear it. So, man, love them now. Appreciate them now. Give them all their accolades and everything now while they can appreciate it and can reciprocate it back to you, hopefully. We spend our lifetime and with folks that we love, and half the time we don't even tell them that we love them. And if you don't do nothing else this weekend, tell a loved one that you love them and that you appreciate it. And I promise you, it'll go a whole that'll encourage them to go a little bit further. Somebody may need to hear it. They may not have heard it in a long time. Let your brother know that you love him. Phil, I'm telling you right now, man, I love you and I appreciate you, bro.
Love you too, man.
So do something with your family this weekend. Make sure y'all stay safe. And Bears, baby. Packers, Sunday. You're a Bears fan. We're gonna see how this thing gonna pan out.
We ain't gonna talk about it. Let's just end the show.
We don't even
I don't like you talking about the beloved. I don't like you talking about my beloved. I don't need you to say nothing else about it.
We ain't gonna even talk about it. But look, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And if we don't talk again, man, y'all make sure y'all hang out with your boys. Y'all get 2 fingers to the side, and we are officially out.
Peace.